Welcome to the Youth Committee, welcome to the Youth Commission meeting for June. I am Erica Zeiger, and I am going to go ahead and read the opening meeting statement for the open meeting laws. Today is June 13th, and the time is 7:05 p.m. This meeting of the Youth Commission is now called to order. My name is Erica Zeiger, and I am the chair for the Youth Commission. This open meeting of the Northborough Youth Commission is being conducted in person and remotely, consistent with Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2025 relative to extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency. All members of the Youth Commission are allowed and encouraged to participate either in person or remotely. The Act allows the Northborough Youth Commission to meet entirely in person and remotely, so as long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda unless the chair notes otherwise. Members of the public who wish to view the live stream or the recording of this meeting may do so by going to the Northborough Remote Meetings on YouTube via the link listed on the agenda. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will not feature public comment. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Judy? Here. Carrie? Here. Joan, is she on yet? No, okay, so go back to her. And staff, Mary Ellen? Here. Caitlin? Here. And Liz? Here. Well, welcome. That's a mouthful to read. We can jump right in. The first thing on the agenda is to approve the minutes from May 13th. Did everyone see them? Yes. Yes. And let me find them. Any comments, any changes, anything we've noticed? They look good to go?
Yeah.
No changes, okay. Someone want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from May.
May 13th.
Sorry. And I will second.
Okay, great. Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So the minutes are approved. The Youth Commission meeting minutes for May 13th, 2025 have been approved. Next, we can move on to Youth Commission reports and updates. We'll begin with the school update. Did you have anything interesting to tell us?
It's almost summer. I think down the further you have the carnival. The last day of school is June 17th. There is, I think, some the summer lunch program.
That's
The closest one that we have for free lunches is in Marlborough, and that's on the Summer Eats website. You can find information that hasn't been updated yet. It's the mass.gov website. So
Summer Eats.
Summer Eats, and you can get free breakfast and lunch there. And the closest one is usually at Marlborough. But we'll share that information with the Health and Human Services, and it'll be on the school websites, and it'll be set up that way.
Now for that, I'm not familiar with it. Is it an application that families fill out?
No.
You can just, do you have to sign up or?
Some places you do, some places you don't. It's throughout the state. So if you were traveling, you could look on the website and they'll tell you where the closest one is.
Okay, great. The
So
best
you can just go
on the website is the best. Okay. And, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so most locations don't require a sign up, but most do have a requirement that kids have to like eat or be present for an X amount of minutes. I think
It's
you may
not
know
a
where
grab-
it's like tied to the.
It's not a grab and go. They have
Yeah.
to sit and eat.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
But it's any child up to JT. So they
Okay.
don't have to be school age, they can be preschool age, it's any age, excuse me.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And the summer programs that run, the school summer programs that run in,
School summer programs, there's extended school year for students who have, academic needs.
okay,
That runs for 5 to 7 weeks. And then the rest are town programs, there's no other programs. Oh, there's a multi-language learner program the last 2 weeks of it. Right before school starts, like August 3rd to the 14th. Somewhere in there.
so,
So
yeah,
it's-
yep, somewhere in August, that's fine. I did have another question, and I just was thinking, I was curious. Is it the CAP program?
Mhm,
Do they run in the summer?
yes,
So they,
they're
okay,
part of the summer program, they're 7 week. They're 5 week program. They're all seven.
5 weeks?
Mhm. So they do their vocational community trips.
Trips.
And internships and things like that, so.
I
The
should,
CAP program, for people who don't know, is our 18 to 22-year-old post-grad program.
okay, we'll get there, but we were talking last meeting about speakers to come in, and I thought maybe that might be somebody to come in, but, we will get there. Any other questions? Right, and then I can talk quickly about recruitment. I did talk with Angie regarding, the applicants, the adult applicants to fill the positions of the board. And we have received about 3 or 4 applications, but the office hasn't gone through them yet. So when I talk to her, hopefully the select board will interview this summer. And then if they accept, then, they'll be ready to go for the September meeting. But there's really nothing to do, this meeting with that. We did have one other thing from last meeting, if you recall. We have reached out to Jen Lipton multiple times, and it was suggested at the last meeting that we send an email saying that, where is she type thing, and that we will, look at, filling her spot if we don't hear from her by June 1st, and I did not hear from her. So I think we need to take a vote on whether we want to remove her and then start in September with hopefully 3 new members. Any discussion?
So yeah, that's 6 members, is that what?
So it was 5, now it's 7. So it would be 1, 2, 3, Joan, so we would need 3 more, so it'd be a 7-person board. I personally, I feel I've done all I can to reach out. I've reached out personally, I reached out once I was appointed chair, I've emailed, so, I just think it would be better to start, that's kind of my thoughts, to start in September with, a full board, or at least in the recruitment process. Does anyone have any other?
I don't, I
Yeah.
think that's the only.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
I do wish
She's
Joan,
okay.
yeah, I think she is. I do wish Joan was here, because I do know she had some,
Is that Clementi?
yes.
She just came.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay.
Great.
I think you've done your due diligence in reaching out to her.
Yes,
I just-
yeah.
Should be coming in now.
Okay, perfect, and I'll just update her and then we can.
Joan, can you hear us? Unmute.
Hi, Joan.
Joan?
gonna see, make sure I don't have anything, any messages or anything.
I think she's coming.
Oh, hi, Joan.
Hi, Joan.
Are you able to hear us?
We cannot hear you, Joan, sorry.
Oh, so we can see, I don't know if you can hear us, we can see you talking, but we can't hear you.
She doesn't have the audio connected.
We had problems with her last time.
Yeah.
Did she switch to her phone the last time?
Last time she switched to her phone. I don't think she can hear us though.
You have her number, we can check.
I don't, I was saying I have to get.
She's, looks like she's talking away.
Yeah. I mean, when I sent that, we texted, we emailed today, so I know. Joan?
Instead of chat, whatever that can call it.
Yeah, I think there used to be, I don't see it anymore.
I think when you stream it like this, they got rid of it, for some reason. Because I was on something recently and I couldn't.
Sometimes the Q and A, you can, if she was promoted as a presenter, she should be able
Well,
to.
she did as a panelist.
Yeah, she said at the tunnel, so she should be able to do the Q and A,
Yeah.
if there's a Q and A or a chat.
I did send her an email, but I sent it, so. Oh, she said, can you call me on my phone? Okay. That was fast. Hey, so. No, are you able to log in? I mean, are you able to call in? No, we can't hear you.
Yes.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, just put her on speaker.
Yeah, do you want me to just put you on speaker? Yeah, yeah. No, no worries. I'm gonna put you on speaker right now.
She hear us.
I'm gonna put it down. Joan, can you hear us?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, so we'll catch you up quickly. We opened the meeting. We reviewed the minutes. You didn't have any changes, I think? No. And Mary Ellen gave the school update. And we were talking about recruitment right now. And we do have some applicants for the commission. But the town has not they haven't contacted them yet or interviewed them yet. So when I spoke to Angie, it looks like they'll try to do it. They'll probably do it this summer, and then for our September meeting, hopefully all will be set, and then we will begin with at least a couple of new members.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So, I'm just trying to remember, we have 2 openings, right?
So we were actually just getting to that. So I know we talked about, if you recall, last meeting, we talked about Jen and not being able to get in touch with her. So we were just discussing that. I did reach out to her via email with letting her know that we would be filling her position if we did not hear from her by June 1st. And we have not heard from her. So we were just kind of opening discussion that we should vote if we want to remove her and begin to fill for 3 positions. My thoughts were, yes, we should, you know, we've done our due diligence. And I think it would be great to start with a fresh board or at least the recruitment process. And we were just kind of discussing it to see if there's any other thoughts.
I agree with you.
Okay, all right.
I think, as long as she's not sick or we don't, you know, hope nothing is wrong, and she can't get back to us, but I think we would have known that through the schools.
Yeah, we would have.
She works there.
Yeah,
I think that, in my opinion, that's a good, strategy to move ahead with.
okay, great. Is this something we should vote on? I'm not.
I believe, just in case we should.
We should, okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, all right. So, I will make the motion to remove Jen Lipton as a member of the Youth Commission.
And I'll second it.
Okay, all right, all in favor? Aye. All right, so, we have voted to remove Jen Lipton as a member of the Youth Commission, and we will be looking to fill 3 positions to fill the board.
Great, good.
Yeah.
Thanks for that clarification.
Yes, yeah, because it's a 7-member board now. I don't know when the change was, but it's a 7-member board. So, okay, good. The next thing I wanted to go through is the youth applications. I know I emailed to everybody. I attempted to print, but I don't know if everything printed out. Do we want to take a couple of minutes just to maybe quickly review them again? I did check with Isabella and Andy, or she checked with Andy Dowd, the town clerk. Because of their age and them being minors, whether we could name them or how we should discuss it. And he came back and said that from what he could see, there was no reason why we wouldn't say their, name them. I was thinking maybe we just go by first name.
Yeah, I would number them.
What was that?
I would number them.
I was thinking of numbering them too. We could do that because there's only 4. I was
Yeah.
thinking of numbering them, so. So is everyone okay with that? If we just do 1, 2, 3, 4? Just,
I think that's good.
yeah.
Well, we still have to name them. Which number them?
Oh, I was just gonna go in order,
Okay,
like the way I gave it to you.
Perfect.
If that works.
You know, the first, memo when I asked you to send the applications, is that the same order? as-
Yes,
It is, okay.
yes,
So then, I know, okay.
yes. And I can even read you know what, just to make sure we're all on the same page, I will go ahead and read the response from number 1. So we can just all confirm.
And I'm not sure, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do we know, when they're graduating? I don't remember that.
I do, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the first response would be, I can make a positive impact on my peers in the community youth by being a connection between the students at Algonquin, and I can also help provide feedback from the age demographic. So is that everyone on board with that being our number 1?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so that is now number 1. That's not how it came across originally. You know, that first package that you sent me.
Oh, okay,
So, but we'll call that number 1. Okay,
yes.
thank you. All right.
And then the next one would be, I believe I can. Yes, oh, they all did
I
that.
think
They
Yeah.
are well trained to respond to a
Okay,
question.
so,
Positive.
Yeah.
positive impact, oh geez, yes.
community.
Yeah, on the
Okay, you know what, let me pull up that memo if you hold for a moment.
Yeah,
I have-
And I don't know if you just got, I did send a PDF late today, so if you can, look at that, that should be in the 1, 2, 3, 4. The way we're talking about it.
All right, let me pull up because I knew what I wanted. Or what I thought. Please don't wait for me.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, so,
Thank you very much.
all right, so I'm gonna just go, I can just go through it quickly.
Okay.
Just before we kind of start the discussion, I know two of the applicants very well. One reached out to me when I initially put on, Facebook that I was looking for adult members. And then the number 4, I do know her from around town. Like I said before, I have a rising sophomore and a rising senior. So number 1 is going to be, is a rising junior. Number 2 is a rising senior. Number 3, I believe he made a mistake when he filled this out, but he's a rising junior.
Okay, so it's currently in 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I went back and looked at the email he had sent me, and then number 4 is a rising senior. So I just put for discussion purposes, and I know, what do we, just throwing it out there, what do we think about bringing all 4 of them on the committee? I know we had talked about it before, like we're asking for volunteers and then we turn them down. With 2 of them being seniors and then juniors, I was thinking maybe we take the 4 of them and then kind of help build the liaison program, because it's, it's been here before, but it's new to the 3 of us at least. And then possibly next, whenever we start recruiting, we might want to either not recruit, or we could try to recruit, but maybe 8th, rising 9th graders, rising 10th graders. But I'm open to suggestions. It was just,
So I'm clear, are you recommending that we bring them all on?
I am.
I love
I
it.
am.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean-
curious, Joan, did the previous liaisons, I'm not meaning this as like a negative thing, but were they so busy that attendance would be a challenge? I anticipate students who sign up for this may also have conflicting and competing activities at times. Do you remember?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that question.
Oh, not a problem. So the original question was, the students who were liaisons in the past, did they ever struggle to have decent attendance as a liaison?
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
that's great.
Yeah, no, I didn't see any struggle. Maybe missed a couple of meetings, and how it worked was, we received the applications. First time around, we just went with 1, and then later on, we only got like 2, so we just said, just take them both on. And, so it's kind of the same strategy that you're talking about now,
Yeah.
taking the 4 of them on. I don't see the negative of that, other than it may just feel like, their responsibility is a bit diluted.
I know, I thought of that as well.
I think there's power in numbers.
Yeah, I think, and I again, knowing that 2 of them are seniors,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that I'm kind of thinking might be, it might be nice. And
Yeah. There's also one thing that I actually really love is there's a wide range of thoughts around the possible contributions and what they would want
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, and we can go ahead and just discuss them. I just thought before we did to kind of, maybe put that in everybody's mind.
That we're not trying to eliminate anybody.
Yeah,
that if we
yeah.
can help us with an open mind. It'll certainly make for a better conversation.
Yeah.
on that. Yeah,
I think the more student voice you have, the better.
I think so.
I think so too, and like I said, number 3, I don't know, but like I said, he reached out to me. So right there, before we had even had before I even sent any recruitment for youth, he had reached out to me, and I know the other 3 very well. So, yeah,
I mean, that's another point, there is strength in numbers, and then, they can, camaraderie is great, especially at that age. And they can talk through the issues and maybe come forward, with a stronger point as well.
yeah, and like Carrie said, I think there's a diverse group of them.
Yeah.
And so it might be helpful for them to even work together. And
Absolutely.
they may be able to help us out. I know we talked about last meeting, gathering speakers or, just kind of, seeing what they want. I noticed that with one of them, Judy, I thought about I think it was number 3. I also think that if we want to improve support and services for youth in town, we first need to ask youth more broadly what they'd like to see fixed. And I thought about, Judy, what you had said on that first meeting about surveys or focus groups. So I think it's a great idea.
And one of them, I was just, trying to pull up, I think I highlighted too much. One of them was saying that, he or she, wants to create like a peer support group,
Yeah. Yeah.
and is kind of in the process of doing that. So in essence, this is helping the student do that.
Yeah.
As a liaison, so it's kind of dual purposes for that,
That purpose.
for that
Yeah.
purpose, yeah. Let's see, I think that's, sometimes you highlight too much.
The whole thing's highlighted.
In there.
The one that works with the Special Olympics is
Yeah.
like amazing. That same one wants to develop programs for healthy habits. Mary Ellen is excited to hear about that. Yeah, I mean, each one of them brought something that was
Something,
like,
yeah.
yes, we need that, yes, we
Yeah.
need that, so.
Yeah, I think it's great. So I think we should probably vote, Joan, do you think, just to make sure?
I believe we should vote.
Yeah, I think so too. So I'll make the motion to appoint or select, I'm not sure the actual terminology, but to select these 4 applicants as youth liaisons to the Youth Commission.
I second it.
Okay, everyone aye or nay, or in
Aye.
favor?
Enthusiastic guy.
All
Yeah.
right, so we have selected 4 applicants to serve on the Youth Commission beginning in September 2025. Now,
I think you could say their names now.
okay, so we've got Allison Dennehy, Jeremy Moyer, Arjun, and I don't
Mukherjee.
pronounce that again.
Mukherjee.
Mukherjee,
Is it M?
and Mukherjee, Arjun, Mukherjee, and Emma Persons. So, congratulations to them. We're happy that they went ahead and applied. And I will speak with Isabella to get the best thoughts on how we notify them. I haven't done that before. Do you remember in the past, Joan?
I believe it was at that time, the guidance counselor called them down and said, you've been appointed.
Okay.
But we don't have a guidance counselor on the board.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. I'll, make sure that they're aware, that they know. but I will run it by Isabella first, just to see if we
I
can.
think it just basically comes from, you, Erica,
Oh,
saying that,
Say for me, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I can do that, I mean, that's. All right,
saying that the board has elected, you might wanna fly it by Isabella
but
to
I,
make sure that comfortable with the floor as well.
oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I will do that, so, okay, great, exciting.
Yeah.
Are
Are we able to offer, if they want to chat or connect with any of us over the summer, obviously not about official business, they're welcome to.
Yeah, I think so.
Or at least I personally will welcome that.
Yeah,
Anyone
yeah,
wants to
I mean, I
get
think
in
I
touch.
can, reach out and we can absolutely tell them to stop by at any of the outreach events
Yeah.
too.
Will they get service hours for being
Yes.
present?
I would, I'm saying yes so confidently, I would assume so, yes.
I mean, it's volunteer.
It's volunteering, yeah, so I would think that they would, so that'll be good for them as well. Great. Right.
As we develop the agenda for September. And I'm not even gonna finish that sentence so much, with the suggestion, more so that we're gonna have 4 youth members, potentially 3 new members. So,
Yeah,
as we think about, our agenda, is it gonna be more, obviously introductions,
Yeah.
these are the goals that we worked on in 2025, or the first half of
Yeah,
2025. And, now we're gonna start implementing them, strategizing.
I think
Yeah.
so, I think with the agenda, we can kind of, maybe firm it up a little bit as we go forward. It's really hard not kind of being able to discuss in between the meetings.
That's what I think would be great if you could have like a team building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want, well, like even if we could hold like an executive session
Right.
and get together.
Build your rapport.
I don't think so. We never did that. We tried to do that once and then we got kind of in trouble for that.
Yeah,
Check and see if there's something.
Yeah, I'll check, and I know that I've been working a little bit with Isabella on the agenda, but I really have kind of just been taking it, and I probably should ask for more input, but I'll know what I'm doing, it's hard, but
Just, can we form a subcommittee? I've been on a couple of, commissions and boards and and things where we formed subcommittees and we had a little bit more freedom with what we could do if it was a targeted goal.
So you
Just
didn't
can't
have
be
to
a
have it.
quorum,
at-
though.
it can't be a quorum. Oh, sorry, Joe.
So it didn't have to be presented as an open meeting?
I'm just thinking of,
Subcommittee?
for master plan, we formed a subcommittee to, market the Blake Street revitalization project. And it was just like four of us that met and we could develop flyers and things like that.
I think that's something to think about when we have a full board,
Okay.
but it only being like 4 of us, it may not work right now.
Okay.
But we could definitely add an agenda item specifically for the youth. So that they could, obviously we would tell them our goals. I mean, the first meeting in September, I think would be a bit informational.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
we could, go over some of the goals with, go over the goals with them. And then ask them to maybe come up with a goal or 2 that they'd like to do, or even just, start giving us their input right away. I hate to spend too much time on goals. I'd rather have them actually, give us the information and do things. But I definitely think we have to figure out how to make their time worthwhile.
So maybe,
Good point.
yeah,
We could, I believe this is allowed, we could drop, say, Erica, you're the point person, we could drop, notes saying what we think we would like to be discussed at September meeting. The only thing is we can't do is discuss it as a group, but we could
Yes,
send feedback.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, so sort of like the agenda, if you have anything to discuss.
Yeah,
And yeah, and another thing, I know I'm kind of jumping around going to number 4, but I know we had talked about at the fall agenda, thinking about different speakers. I think Harry, you had brought that up. I think it would be great if they could come up with a speaker that they want to see. The students.
Yeah.
That way they feel like they have some buy-in. I know we have the library, because that's been on, they were supposed to come and the dates didn't work. So I know the library, and then I know you had mentioned a few, Harry.
Yeah, I had mentioned some of the other, government state departments, like either early childhood education or I'm going to bungle its name, and I left my paper, I wrote them down on, but there's it's an executive office that has a very long title around like livable communities that envelops
Yes.
a lot of things. It's a newer office.
EOLC or EOLHC.
I was gonna say, go for it, yeah. Yeah.
Executive office, living, housing,
It's housing and living.
housing, living communities or something.
Yeah.
Committee, it used to be shorter.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
did.
Yes, it did.
yeah.
Yeah, those were some of the ones that I was thinking about I think it's a really good point, Judy, just if we build out too full of an agenda through the fall, we don't allow for anyone else to weigh in.
Yeah,
I do like the idea of having a fairly planned September meeting though, because it can
Yes.
be overwhelming to walk in and we'll be like, hey, what are your ideas?
Yeah,
And we'll be like,
yeah.
I thought you were gonna tell me my role,
Yeah. Yeah,
But I think a session or a meeting or two where we have most of an agenda with some space for the new liaisons and the new members to kind of get
Yeah.
underway. Would be kind of where I would recommend landing, but definitely, want to hear from new folks.
yeah. So, and then I think with the speakers, I think we kind of brainstormed enough to get us through the end of the year. And
Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, and scheduling can always be a little tricky, so.
Yeah. What were you thinking of for speakers?
So,
Does that interest everybody around you, or
well,
like is the library gonna be talking about
So the
the
li-
bag program and?
so the library came to Isabella. They had done I guess they did surveys and focus groups. Liz, you might know more.
I think it was like a health survey.
So she wanted to, and then remember I believe they had a consultant work with them as well. So the head library, Jen, I believe is her name, she was gonna come and speak like a couple of months ago, but we couldn't do that. And then, so then if we were to, let's say, have someone from that agency that has that name that we have to find out.
Oh, I got it now.
Oh,
I do.
Yeah.
So, it's EOL or EOHLC, so Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities. So that's now a very long thing. that
so
they
it's
came
the
up with.
Executive Office of Housing and Living Communities.
Livable.
Livable. So, someone could reach out to them and just see if they have any, I bet they have a program already. That
Some
they,
sort of outreach or
some
community.
type of outreach. The CAP program interests me because I don't know a lot about it except for what I follow them on Instagram, and it just seems like a great program. So, and by speakers, I think we mean like 15 to 30 minutes. We're not talking,
Long.
yeah.
Like the DA's office is always a good
Yes.
resource for
Yeah.
youth.
Yes,
If you're looking at youth programming.
the
Um,
DA's office.
The high school has a great new internship program.
Yes, they do. Yes,
So Michelle might be a good person to ask to come speak.
yes.
If you're looking at youth focused things.
So Michelle Kalin, she is I can't think of her title, but she runs not just an internship program, but she runs
Entrepreneur.
entrepreneurship. My Rising Senior has met with her multiple times to kind of talk about different career paths. And if there's any internships that are of interest to him, they're kind of on the same wavelength, so I think that would be a great person to come in as well. So I think if we could just, kind of brainstorm and then each of us work on scheduling.
Also have the school resource. That's
I'd
it from the police
I'd like to
department.
be, our liaison to the select board.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yeah,
Possibly the town administrator to, basically, tell us what they see is happening in the town for the future, 5-year
Yeah.
plan. And, same with the liaison board member to see what he or she feels their role is.
yeah, that would be another great one to have, just remind me of his name, Mike Teachin is our liaison.
Oh, thank you, because you
Yeah.
mentioned it when I forgot.
Yeah, well, they came out with a new one, so he's still ours.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so it's Mike Teachin. Liz, what were you saying about a school resource officer?
The school resource office from the police department might be a good first test.
And maybe he could
Bring Marshall.
walk. Yes, so yes, that's a great person. Yeah, so I think we'll have enough to kind of,
Okay.
I do have a request, a woman, I've mentioned this nonprofit called Ben Speaks a few times, and after our last meeting, I did reach out to the founder, Judy Giovangello. She's trying to get into high school, so whether we can fit her into the speaker series or not, I would like to try to, find her some connections, maybe Kate will with you. She's working with school resource
Yeah.
officers right now.
my only concern with nonprofits, and it may be fine, is I'd like to just, again, check in. Because there's always that if you have one nonprofit, is there a requirement that you have other nonprofits?
Okay.
And I don't know, I'm a nonprofit director, so I really look into this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Judy, you can send her to me if she's trying to get into the schools.
I just get nervous.
The message, what she does is so important that her mission statement is she provides channels of expression and empowerment for a whole person approach through clinical and holistic resources and education. So it's all about, dealing with grief, and she lost her own son, he took his own life, and undetected mental illness and that kind of,
Sounds a lot like, is it Nami?
NAMI. Yeah, NAMI is more
Mental health, but yeah.
related.
But,
Um,
those
yeah,
women were
yeah.
amazing.
yeah.
So,
If you
yeah,
have a contact, you could send myself.
Okay, I'll make the introduction and then you decide if it's
Yeah.
something that.
and I am gonna check on the nonprofit anyway. I know I'm
Yeah.
curious myself
Yeah,
on,
Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea.
yeah, sure. Make myself a note. And then we'll go back to marketing. We'll stick with number 4. If everyone is all set with kind of the brainstorming we did for the speakers. I have outreach, and then I know Liz will talk about outreach there. As far as what I was thinking with outreach here is if there's anybody at the school, and I know I can work with you, Mary Ellen, or any of us can, if we want to, obviously in the fall, maybe go talk to the guidance counselors, or if you want to do the liaison, that's fine. I just know that I know before you had guidance counselor on the board. I don't know, what do you think, Liz? Just kind of, I know from our event when we talked with the Southborough, I guess Family Services, they had mentioned that the Youth Commission does quite a bit in Southborough, and I just didn't know if there's a need for us to do a little outreach with the schools or with,
So we're kind of already.
And you're already
in touch
doing
with
that.
it, 'cause
Okay.
Caitlin is
Yeah.
trying to set some programs up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
We're trying to connect.
perfect. So
Right.
we don't need to, I just wanted to kind of bring that up. So I think you feel like that is connection's already made.
What's it,
as
what's
a
your
department, yes.
as the Health and Human Services Department, yes, the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think, I'm
I'm not
curious.
sure what the Youth Commission in Southborough, the Youth and Family Services is connected with the schools, just like Health and Human Services is connected with the school, but the Youth Commission, I'm not aware of.
Okay,
They have a youth council
maybe,
that one of the Youth and Family Services leads, their outreach director leads a youth council
okay,
of students and middle school students, but I don't think that was what they were referring to.
I bet, and it does sound like it's covered. I just wanted to kind of bring that out if there was anything as the youth commission, any outreach in addition to or differently that we should be doing that we're not. But it,
I think when you get the youth here, you can ask them.
yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's the connection.
Yeah.
With the schools, is because they're gonna be your eyes and ears on the day to day with the schools and what is the needs.
Perfect, so that might be a good agenda item. For them, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Let's move back to number 3. I know we talked a little bit about creating, I still call them flyers, but creating flyers, and Judy was gonna take the lead.
Okay, so what, there's 2 different versions here. I have my laptop, I can edit in real time if we want to, for everybody. So everybody will get a colored copy and a,
Joan, I'm gonna take a picture.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry, I was thinking, I'm so sorry.
No worries, I'll take a picture and send it.
Then
you want a copy of that? So what I did is the who we are, I just took our purpose that we developed and popped it in there.
Second, I'm just sending this.
Are too long to realize they say the exact same thing.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, they did, they,
You also were not actually unclear about that. I just.
we talked about having one,
Yeah.
just a QR code to try to.
Joe, can you still hear
But
me?
now we don't need to recruit anymore because we have our
Thank you.
applicants, so,
That's true.
or we have our applicants. So, so this one is just, something that we can put out.
Yeah.
But, you know, really, this is just a first one, and, I can edit it all day long. If it's too much, not enough.
Where is it though?
The
Like,
QR
what's your-
code brings us right.
No, I just scanned the QR code, but
Okay.
where would you?
So for starters,
They
Wellness
just
Day,
see-
are we having a table? Yeah.
Yeah, any
So,
table.
Be Well Day, yeah.
Okay.
So something that, funny, these are things, they're not 8x11 apparently.
Someone.
Yeah.
You can
But,
get them 8x11, but they.
I know, but these ones are a lot of my office today. So they look better, but, just something like that on the tables, and just, you know, put them out here. Put 'em in the library.
Yeah,
wherever we
just
can.
something for them to read. I don't think we necessarily need, hundreds of them.
Yeah.
I think for the I think this is great for the library and for here,
Mhm.
the Be Well event, people won't stop and read it.
No,
Mm.
no,
Okay.
You just need
That's
something
great.
like Youth Commission, scan here.
yeah. This might be almost for more like recruitment, like for board members.
Did I misunderstand?
No, you
Flyer
didn't.
was for
You
that?
didn't at all.
Okay.
You did not, no. But I know what you're saying. Typically in those type of events, you need like, almost like block lettering that they can read as they walk by.
Or like if this is for recruitment at the Be Well event,
Mhm.
Northborough Youth Commission, we want to just get here more
Yeah.
information or, you know, something like that. But this is great. I think it says exactly what you are. You know, like if it was at the library on
Yeah.
the information board or downstairs
Yeah,
or please be
I-
post.
and I like the block lettering. I think it's easy to read. I would, like Mary Ellen said, I would just see if we can, you know, just kind of condense it even more.
Absolutely, so for
But do it
the
separately.
Be Well event.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would keep this one. I like this one.
yeah,
I was gonna say, this goes great on bulletin boards in this building.
Yeah.
You can definitely
Yeah.
have it on there. I think
That's a good thing.
if nothing else, it gets like, oh, there is a youth commission.
Mhm.
Yeah.
People don't know it.
Yeah.
Exists, so the more you have like the name out there and they, you know, the code, better.
Now, does this need to be approved by the event coordinator or anybody in, town hall before we put them up?
What event coordinator?
Like, you know, say Be Well, whoever is the person, coordinating that whole event,
No,
does it?
we're actually we're part of it too, so it should be fine to have a
Yeah.
flyer at the table, our table, right?
Yeah.
You have your own table or you have
You're gonna be
your
at the Health and Human Services.
Yeah,
table?
because we're
Yeah.
basically sharing with Health and Human Services, or we'll be near them.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of our invite.
Yes.
So, so these should be fine.
All right.
Okay, so
Like I would have both, I would have this one and then like a short one.
A short one, yeah. You could even, I mean, I don't wanna, half sheets maybe, if you want to have even just a few, or even just, you know, a handful. No one, I don't see a lot of people grabbing them, but they might read them.
If they're interested, they will
They
take
will
them, because
take
I have
them,
stuff,
so-
like about 3 things during the summer.
So just to find out more about the youth commission, stand here.
That's what
I
I
would,
was
okay,
recommend,
yeah,
That was my other one, but I just,
I think that would be,
was for recruiting.
yeah,
Okay, that I didn't bring. That's good enough, I have it all made up.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Great job.
Okay.
we'll get to some of the dates later, but, with the outreach events, but I know Liz is gonna go over some of them, so perfect, so we'll keep this one for, posting at different towns. The library, here, or even if someone asks us for one, maybe we could even post this maybe on social media.
Oh, that's true.
You know, something like that, and then for the Be Well, or any, like, summer concerts or whatever, we'll have more of the, you know, who, what, why, and where type of things. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right, so perfectly.
And once you have like activities or, you know,
Yes,
speakers, those
yeah.
are things that you can put out there as well as, you know, on your own outreach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Build a little bit more. So as we can see, Isabella is not here, but she did send me her report, the director's report, which I can't find right now.
Oh, it's on the, what's on the second page of, no, it's, we're thinking.
Oh, perfect. Oh, thank you. So, do you wanna brief some of it?
Yeah, I
You
can,
probably have a better idea of
yeah,
the
we can.
metrics.
Tag team brief some.
Yeah,
Basically, what she was saying for program updates, in May, we received 10 new referrals. So primarily those referrals were housing, utilities, employment, and mental health resources. Many of our referrals keep indicating like the community awareness of apartment services, or at least our services. So we closed about 11 cases.
You closed 11 cases?
Yeah, in May. So, and we carried 8 of them into June. So cases, just as she was saying, just a summary of like cases, when we close cases, that means the goals were met. And that, but they can reach out at any point and reestablish, connection again. So it's like ongoing, but we just don't need to follow up as much anymore. Basically, we had a really great month for Mental Health Awareness Month. We hosted several events that we talked about in May a little bit, like such as me with the Senior Center. We had a Coffee and Connect. We had NAMI come out and do a presentation as well. We had the Boston Children's Hospital Digital Wellness Lab that we partnered with Southborough on that. Yep. And the recording is available to watch on the YouTube channel. And then we did have a movie night at the library as well. So we had some really, really good events. And then she just mentioned that I'm starting to work on QPR, which is question, persuade, refer training to become a QPR instructor. Hopefully, once I'm done, we'll start doing QPR trainings in the fall for the community. So kind of similar to, she said, similar to CPR, but really it's just talking about suicide and trying to help people refer out to question, persuade, kind of its title, refer out to and get the help that they need to work on that, and suicide prevention. So, and then I'm continuing my drop-in hours at the library on Tuesdays. And I have Words of Wellness book club next week on Tuesday, of course, with everything going on the last day of school.
I know.
But that was just the timing. But it's a really quick book, even if you want to read it for fun. It's How to Keep House While Drowning. It's by Casey Davis. She's a licensed therapist. She talks about her story of in the beginning of the pandemic when everybody was feeling it, and she just gave birth and losing a lot of her sports. And she talks about cleaning as morally neutral and trying to help people through using tools and being kind to yourself and self-care, and how to deal with cleaning and maintaining home while being kind of stressed. So that's how she kind of talks about her avenue throughout the book, but some of the tools that she talks about in the book could be possibly applicable in other people's lives elsewhere. So it's a very short read. She keeps it pretty light. And then she also has a podcast called Struggle Care as well. That's interesting to listen to. And then in the upcoming months, I did pick, we are continuing book club through the summer, just a heads up. For July, I just only printed out our things for July. The book is Sorry I'm Late, I Didn't Want to Come, one introvert's year of saying yes. It's by a journalist called Jessica Pan, who's an introvert by her title, trying to be a little bit more extroverted and trying to break beyond her comfort zones. So I thought it was a good, interesting light read for the summer. And then in August, it's Big Magic Creative Living Beyond Fear by Elizabeth Gilbert. So, and both book clubs are available to kind of sign up. It's more of like a head count than anything else.
Yeah.
It's not required to register, but it's just more of a head count so I can keep track to see who's coming.
Yeah.
But yes, we are going to go through the summer months with book club. You want to talk now?
Sure, there's a lot. It's talk. The office is hosting 2 summer interns. The first one started this past, I think it was last week. She is Shola Alich, I think I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her last name. She's a second year Masters of Public Health student at UMass in Amherst. So she's going to be with us in the Greater Barlow's Partnership for Health, and her main project goal is focusing on digital wellness, and will include a review of local data relevant to literature, as well as conducting interviews to better understand community strengths and needs. So if anybody is interested in being interviewed for that, you can let us know. We're also going to be hosting Clara Lynn, who is a rising senior at Algonquin, as a high school intern through the program that you were just mentioning with Michelle Caitlin. So she'll be learning about local public health with focus on how vaccines support community health. I guess she's interested in biology and immunology, so
She's,
with that.
She's a very nice girl. She's very smart. I think she'll really enjoy, I think you'll really enjoy working with her.
Yeah, I think it's great to have
Yeah.
interns anyway. I think it's fun. As far as outreach coming up, in the past, what we did do was to give you that we haven't mentioned yet. We did an international night at Algonquin that was actually well attended, and I think it was well worth us being there, at least for the first hour. Plus the benefit was the food was delicious. So that was good to, again, be with a different set of parents and kids.
You did this weekend,
This past weekend, we did the early childhood fair in Southborough.
Public with the preschool?
It was based out of the preschool, yeah. But they had a lot of different vendors that are geared to that 0 to 5 age group. So it was good to try different things. It wasn't, the first hour was okay. The second hour was very quiet. It was also raining.
Rain, I was
There
gonna
was a
say,
lot of-
wasn't that one of our rainy Saturdays?
Every Saturday
It was-
raining.
yeah.
But I think it was good, the connections that we made, not only with the parents who came, but also with the other vendors too, just to get to know who they were and what they did. So I think trying different fairs and
Yeah.
to get our name out there is not a bad thing. So that was good. Going forward, a big thing is the Be Well next Tuesday. We're also going to be at 2 of the summer concerts, which we could use some help at the tables if anybody is available. This first one is Sunday, June 29th. That's a Sunday with 5 to 7 p.m. And we're also going to do the last concert of the season, which is August 10th. That will be School of Rock Showcase, which we're also bringing in more families. And that again is 5 to 7 p.m.
And that was August 10th, you said this?
Yep, June 29th and August 10th.
So I was thinking, since I don't mean to interrupt, but since we're
That's okay.
talking about it, I know, Judy, you're able to do the Be Well.
I'm attending the BL
Okay.
on Tuesday.
I'm pretty sure, I'm like almost 100%, I can do the 29th. I don't know about the 10th, but I was thinking maybe, we'll let you know. You know what I mean? Because time,
It's great.
I thought it would be nice to at least get the Be Well and then the 29th.
I think Be Well is huge because it is
Yeah.
all families, but it also and probably Mariella can attest, kids are running around all over the place.
Yeah.
It's really, parents are worried where they're, especially the
Oh,
younger kids,
yeah.
where they are.
Yeah.
So you have to really catch their attention to stay to chat.
And sometimes that's why the half sheets
Yes.
are sometimes good, because they'll just stick them in their bag
Yeah.
And hopefully.
and throw them away later.
Yeah.
Other thing, yeah, so there's 4 concerts we chose to that would have the most, I think, family oriented crowd there. Going into the fall, we hope to be at the Algonquin Freshman Parent Orientation on August 26th. The middle and high school fall sports night on August 27th. We're still waiting for the dates for the school open houses, so we do hope to be part of those. I think our one issue we'll have is the elementary schools are all on the same night, so we're going to be at each of the elementary schools. We'll need some extra hands on that.
Yeah.
We'll be attending some of the meetings for the Northborough Southborough Special Ed Parent Advisory Council, as well as the English Language Parent Advisory Council meeting again in October. Flu clinics are coming up as well, so we'll probably have some information there. We're just putting it out there to the PTOs to try to, we can get them on board as well as, or just inform them of what we do. The more people, again, it's just part of the outreach. And something we came up with, is also scout badges. that pertain to health or local government or public health that can help with that if they need it. So we did some emails out to the past.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a
Just to
really
see if
good
they needed
idea.
help over the summer with information or otherwise.
Yeah,
So we'll keep our eyes and ears open for any other opportunities where we can either have a table or be present.
I got a question. I'm just thinking of it. I got the email for the meningococcal vaccine.
Yes,
Is that new?
No.
No. Okay,
it's a 7th grade immunization.
it's the 7th grade, okay.
Going into 7th grade and after your 16th birthday.
Okay, because I didn't. I have to go back and read that, but I didn't know if it was something.
No, it's been on the schedule.
It's been on schedule, and I'm
For a
sure.
long time.
Okay, yeah. All right, so that sounds good. Oh, sure, oh, no,
Thank you, Liz. So Liz and Caitlin, yeah, I'm just like that is amazing. All the outreach
Yeah.
you're doing. You guys are just coming in so strong, so commendable. Now I know that we on the youth commission want to have, support you obviously and be more present, help you in whatever way you need help. What it makes it good, I know you sent out your newsletter and everything, Liz. What I'm thinking though is we as youth commission members, should we kind of have like communication with HHS to make sure that, like, you can let us know, like, we'd love to have you at this. Like you said, we could definitely use some help in a presence, bodies or whatever, and then we can work among ourselves as the members. Okay, which one can you go
well,
to?
that's what I was thinking. I was trying, yeah, exactly. It's like trying to do, if you'll be at Be Well, I know I can be the 29th, and I'm sure someone can be at the 10th. It's just far away right now.
Yeah.
I just am trying to get through the next few days till the 17th.
That's what I mean, and like,
Yeah.
you listed out so many things, Liz, and I started to write down, and I'm like,
I
I'll
can
check her
send you a
email.
list as well. I think I
Yeah.
sent.
You sent it to me. I honestly didn't, I didn't send it
But
out yet, but I will.
Okay, does it make sense though, that we kind of have kind of like a working calendar, like, okay, you guys feed into us, like, we really love to have, or I'm sure you'd love to have us at everything. And
What you can do and what you're available to, I mean,
Yeah.
that's part of what I do too, so, I'm gonna be there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are some times, especially busier,
Event.
events that probably at least need 2 people there or
Yeah.
3.
Or like the elementary, we might have to split up amongst us,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
The freshman orientation is
Yeah.
a big one. I would assume.
But that's all in one building, where the
All
elementary schools
elementary,
are all
I
on the
know.
same night, so we can,
Yeah.
you're gonna need 4 people who are
Understood.
gonna cover them all.
Yeah.
So,
Some of the PTOs have been responsive, so that is actually good, well, some of their events at the beginning of the year, they said maybe we can come, you have to be careful because Be Well, if they're fun nights, or a fun run thing, the last thing they wanna do is stop at your table to read stuff. So
Yeah.
I think we have to be cautious of, where we are too.
Be mindful
Of our
time
time.
and where you go. Yeah, but I think when Liz sends it out, I think I'll just share it. I know I shared it in the past. I'll share it again. And then,
her newsletter.
yeah, or the list. She also sends a list.
I can send you the
Yeah.
list as well. If you want. It's just a list of, upcoming things that is on our radar.
Yeah, that's it, it's separate from the newsletter that comes from the town. You're saying there's something else?
Yeah,
Well, there's the calendar on the back.
well, each newsletter has what's coming up in the
Right.
month.
I get that.
But I just have a running thing of what's happening in the next months.
Okay.
It's really from my
It's for you.
purposes, but
Yeah.
I certainly can share it.
I want to second what Judy said. I think the Health and Human Services Department has done a phenomenal job.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have a great team, we work really well together. But it's nice to see, we see you.
Yeah.
You know
That's,
what I mean?
it's like, yeah, you're everywhere now,
That's
and
good to
it's,
hear.
We're trying.
Honestly, it's
so
really,
exciting, it's like,
it's invigorating, it's kind of
Yeah.
energizing the town.
What's great is too, when people come in and we ask, how did you hear from us? They're like, sometimes it's, from the library, but they've seen something. as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like it was nice to see like the sign that during my drop-in hours at the library worked. Well, for that they put in front of the reference desk.
Yes.
Actually worked for
Yes.
one person to come in and be able to come and talk. And so that was nice
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
to see if like little things are working. To get
Right.
people to know about us in the community, or someone else said like, oh, I saw your stuff
Yeah.
while going down the hall to XYZ office, or even the offices in town hall, supporting us as well, which is nice.
Great
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Joan, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, thank you. It's, a lot of work and I'm really impressed with all the work everyone's done. Thank you very much.
I think we covered everything. Any other business? Anything else we missed?
not that I can think of on our end. That was it.
And, quickly, we are changing, I know we talked about it, but so the new, starting in September, we'll be meeting the first Tuesday of the month at 7. So it's September 2nd and October 7th. I'm not going any further than that right now, so, so I think it's exciting. I think I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll have the youth in September and 2 new members. 3, that's right, 3. So if there's nothing else, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I will second it. And so the June, wait a minute, June 12th, the June 12th meeting of the Youth Commission is adjourned at 8:15.
Thank you, everyone.